Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Battle Los Angeles, and this movie is directed by Jonathan Liebesman, and it stars Aaron Eckhart, Michelle Rodriguez, Michael Pena, and I was not a fan of this movie, and I never seen this movie before, as so I thought. At least I never thought I've seen this movie before, and I was watching through it, I was like, okay, I haven't seen this before, like, as in, I've never seen this specific scene in this movie before. But as the movie was going along, like once we got to the last 20 minutes of the movie, I've realized I've at the very least saw the last 20 minutes of this movie. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I have definitely seen that before. Because 99% of the time, if I see something in a movie, I don't forget it. Like in terms of like me actually seeing it, because I think in pictures, I don't think in words, and if I can visually see something, then I'm more likely to remember it. And movies are like the perfect thing for me in that way, because I can just visualize almost every shot from a movie, really. And because of that, I was able to discover that I've seen the last 20 minutes of this movie. I couldn't tell you when, but I have seen it. And it wasn't good. It wasn't satisfying. And as an action movie, this movie doesn't work. There's way too many cuts. I don't care about any of these people. I never cared about the situation that they were in. And I didn't like the music in the movie. And I didn't like the alien design thing. They just looked really stupid and generic, like the droid things or whatever from the Star Wars prequels, and or at least when they first came onto the screen, they reminded me of those droids from the prequels. I forget what they're called, but anyways, they kind of reminded me of those when it first started. And the plot of the movie is very simple. Just take back Los Angeles because it's under attack, and we can't let that happen. Alien invasion movie, and the entire movie just feels like a found footage movie, but it's not a found footage movie. Just by the way it looks and the way it's cut together, and it's all handheld, and there are scenes in this movie that remind me of Cloverfield, and instead of being invested in this story or its characters or any form of experience that this movie is trying to offer me, I am thinking back to Cloverfield and how much more I enjoyed that movie. And I'm not saying that's like a masterpiece by any means, but it's better than this. And I just wish that I was more entertained by this movie. I wish that it had more to offer. And I just got none of that from this film. And I just wish that it was better put together overall. And the entire movie was asking me to care about these characters, and I never did. This movie also tries to be funny at points, and it never once lands, and the characters aren't interesting in any way, and this movie is constantly trying to make you care about its characters, like I said already, and I never once did, and always felt manipulative whenever characters were killed off, and it was asking you to care about them, and I just felt disappointed by that because I don't care about any of these people. I'm sorry. I just don't care. And in some movies, me not knowing much about characters works. And other movies, it's good to develop characters. But in a movie like this, where things are kind of cheesy, like unintentionally cheesy, and it's almost like the flashback sequences, if you want to call them those, or like glimpses of the future in the Terminator series. That's what it kind of feels like this entire movie in terms of like what it's going for, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I feel as though to get me more engaged in what's going on, you would have to have something visually interesting going on, like in terms of presentation. And when it came to the film's presentation, it was just bad, and there was nothing going for it, and I didn't think much of the film was good. The only things I kind of liked about it were a couple of the performances, but that was about it. And I do feel as though, like Aaron Eckhart, he was trying, Michelle Rodriguez, same thing, and they were trying, but by the end of the day, they just couldn't make this movie good, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I cannot recommend that you check this movie out. It's not funny bad, it's just boring, and nothing really happens for a decent amount of it, and the action isn't good, and the characters aren't interesting. And this movie really has nothing for it. So skip it if you ever see it, like around you, or just on any streaming service. If you see it anywhere there, skip it. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Battle Los Angeles a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Battle Los Angeles, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Steven Spielberg's The Color Purple. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.